Hello, hey, welcome back to the Teal Jack channel. It has been a while since I've recorded a video, partially due into wanting to wait to hear what the election results are going to turn out to be. As some of you know, there's definitely a legal battle going on over how the election results turned out. It looks like there was a lot of irregularities that took place, and so I've just been waiting to hear some results before I posted a video, partially also due to the fact that there was a certain amount of disappointment, because I thought there was absolutely no way a large number of Americans would vote for Joe Biden based off his history, his corruption, his pedophile, so to speak, the way he sniffs women, touches women, sniffs little girls, touches little girls. I thought for sure when you compiled all of that, plus his lack of ability to speak or carry a thought without some sort of prompter or somebody's bug in their ear telling him and directing him. Also, because the fact that this is the first time in US history that somebody looks like they're going to win an election by campaigning from their basement. And so I just didn't think there would be any chance that he would have any potential of becoming a president. And I might still be right should the legal battles come forth and prevail on Trump's side. So that leads me to today, and that is we are definitely living in a very chaotic time, a time of non-conformity, disunity, the rise of socialism, not only here in the United States, but apparently worldwide, which has seemed to brought about this mindset amongst a very large number of people to silence the voices of anybody who says counter to what the left-wing media, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris and company, and some of your other leftist world leaders would actually want you to think or want you to say. So we have these leaders like Zuckerberg and company who are doing what they can to silence the conservative voices on social media. And I'm going to put a disclaimer to that. They do make the claim that they aren't, and they make the claim that they're not just silencing conservative voices, but they actually silence some on the left too when they are giving out misinformation. And as somebody who's had a video removed for misinformation and a video that was rooted and grounded in facts and research, it's very frustrating that we are in this age of the silencing of the voice, should we say the dissenting voice. And that includes the dissenting voice around the mask wearing, the dissenting voice around the pandemic that we're under. And as we are living in a time here in the state of Oregon where the governor has basically closed the state down one more time because of the rise of coronavirus cases, this is really a troubling time. And it leads me to think towards the book of Revelation. And one verse that has really been standing out to me of late is this one. And it comes in Revelation 6:4, and it says, "Another horse, fiery red, went out, and it was granted to the one who sat on it to take peace from the earth, and that people should kill one another, and there was given him a great sword." Now, I'm not going to get into all the ins and the outs in the book of Revelation, but this verse stands out for one reason: because of the rise of violence worldwide. the attacks on those who are conservative, or should we say the attacks on those who dare to have a mind that thinks for themselves and a voice that carries that thought that goes counter to what a group of people want. And we see this taking place in the streets here in the United States, and I never thought I would see it in my wildest dreams, where you have a group of people that would literally attack somebody because of their viewpoint.
Well, a few days ago, one activist found himself on the receiving end of some violence. This was the scene on Upper Sproul Plaza, a shoving match. And then a sucker punch. The man in black is the suspect UC Berkeley officers are looking for tonight. The man in the white cap on the receiving end of that punch is Hayden Williams, a volunteer from conservative group Turning Points USA. On his table was a sign that allegedly read, "Beware of fake hate crimes" on it, a reference to the Jussie Smollett case.
They were chanting no fear, no hate, and then suddenly I was bashed in the back of the head. And before I could really figure out what just happened to me, the punches just kept coming in every direction. And then eventually they escalated it to throwing liquids in my face that blinded me, so I couldn't even see which way to leave. And I could still see the Justice Center in the background, and I kept thinking the police were going to come and help me at any moment, but that never happened.
They do not want to debate them, not want to silence them through debate, not want to silence them through attacking their logic or illogic. It's just an all-out silencing and an attack, physically harming them, including a guy here in Portland who was shot in the chest. Solely because he dared to have another opinion other than what the majority here in Portland wants you to believe. And so we are definitely living in a dangerous time. And I find it very frustrating because this passage kind of shows that this idea of going out and killing one another, the idea of the one who's doing that has a sword. Now, that can have political connotations, it can have war connotations. Again, I'm not going to discuss and tear apart, exegete the passage that you would today. All I'm discussing is, here's a passage that speaks on that, going out and killing one another. And why are they doing it? It's the silence of the other. It's to silence the voice of the one who's leading the country. And heaven forbid Joe Biden actually achieves presidency of this great country. I'm struggling with how that's going to look. I'm struggling to see what a Biden presidency will look. I think it's going to lead to more wars overseas. These are just my thoughts and opinions. More wars overseas. I believe it's going to lead to a decline in people being able to access firearms in this country, not just certain types, but firearms in general. I believe that's where a Biden presidency will go. I believe there's going to be continued attacks on a conservative voice or a conservative mind, not only in our schools, as my daughter has experienced, but nationwide. An attack on that conservative voice could lead to a similar rise as the Bolsheviks did, and Mao Zedong did, and Pol Pot did, where they physically removed those voices through executions. Now, the book of Revelation also discusses that there will come a time when the Antichrist will go out, and those who go against him, who don't take on the mark of the beast, will be beheaded. And is this that presidency that can move us closer to that? I don't know. Might be. It's just food for thought. Anyway, those are my thoughts for the day. I hope you're taking care of yourself. And if you're a conservative watching this, have faith. The court systems haven't spoken yet, and there's still a chance that Trump could become our president again. And so for what I'm calling you to do now is to continue to pray that justice will be served and that what looks to be a stolen election would come to an end. Because I hope that's the case for one reason. If this is the outlook for the future, America's gone. America is lost. If we continue to hold elections where dead people can vote, where we continue to dump hundreds of thousands of votes that go a 94% Biden, 6% to Trump, or a conservative voice, where you could have a voting system that can be manipulated. Yeah, I hope that's not the way America is going to be. So I'm calling you to pray. Take care. God bless. We'll talk to you next time. Hi, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to watch one of my videos. Please hit the like button below, and if you would, hit the subscribe link up here, and take some time to watch one of my other videos. Thanks again, and have a wonderful day. God bless, and take care of yourself.